All right, about to get underway with this one here, a 10-lap Supersport 300 race brought to us by Timaru Yamaha. And the front row, superstar teenage sensation Cormac Buchanan on pole. We've got Harry Parker, had engine troubles yesterday, so hopefully he's A-OK to carry on. Dave Fellows, a bit of an injury for Dave, but he's out there doing it. Jason Hearn on the outside of row number 1. We're about to get underway with this one here, 10-lap Supersport 300. All right, marshals are in, and we get the lights coming on, so we're nearly underway with this one here. Can anyone stop Cormac Buchanan? It's a wonderful start on the Blue Crew Yamaha. Harry Parker follows him in there to turn 1. Caleb Gilmore, good start off the second row of the grid as we watch them through the Parent Coes's turn 1 and 2 here at levels. It's definitely the 28 and the 24 with the 78 of Caleb Gilmore. Getting himself right in the mix here. And then we go back to the Biggles Racing BAS expansion joints man Jason Hearn, who had some good pace yesterday. Unfortunately crashed down at race number 1, so he'll be desperate to get a big haul of championship points. Dave Fellows also had a crash yesterday, so he'll be another one trying to maximise the points here at race 2 for the weekend. Now 300 Supersport class, the man flying at the moment, Cormac Buchanan. He has been a class act. He's won every race he's touched so far. He didn't have it all his own way yesterday. It was a frantic finish to the Supersport 300 race. We're in for another one here. 10 laps brought to us by Timaru Yamaha. And coming down to the wire here with this one here.
Oh, loving this CTAS live coverage. For those of you that are here as local spectators that were either not at Ruapuna and certainly can't make a trip to North Island, well, to know that you can actually watch this racing, you can view it. There's a number of different avenues you can do. You can go to mxt.co.nz, you can pick up the live app, and you can then get a screen, and it's just a screen display of the results as you've got them. So, for example, that's what Brad's looking at right here in our control room at the moment. But, of course, you can also then, when you've got the video to play, you can then go to your laptop or a palm or your phone or whatever, and also check it out on CTAS. And you can pick up a link. So you go to the MNZ site, Motorcycling New Zealand. It's free of charge, of course. It's effectively a YouTube link, and it's all part of skysportnext, this fantastic channel supporting our second-tier sports in New Zealand. So, you know, things like basketball and badminton and a few other sports that have got on this as well, and we're fortunate at Motorcycling New Zealand to be part of it. Special thanks must go out to the team, and in particular Scott Wilkins, volunteer board member, who's been able to work with Sky and get this fantastic coverage. And the next step of that, of course, is we're going to Sky Sport 5, the motorsport channel on the Sky network, and watch out for that over the next few days. So stay tuned to the NZSBK Superbike page, because Bailey will update when Sky confirm that coverage, and you can watch it in the coming weeks. And that'll be taken of the last round of each of the events. So that's still the one to come this afternoon. So there's no TV coverage of what you're watching here, but it is on CTAS, and you can go back to CTAS. CTAS will load all this by generally around mid-morning on the Monday after an event, so you can go back and review it and look at these races, and you can just select the one you want and go back and look at it. So there's multiple ways to check it out. We've got motorcycles, we're active, the sport's live, loud and proud, and we're doing it. Massive thanks to MNZ and Sky Sport Next. We love you and all the great work you're doing to get our sport out there to the public of New Zealand who love motorcycle racing. And as Brad mentioned, of course, CRC Motorsport TV3 free to air this afternoon for that fantastic full dark coverage of the beautiful cemetery circuit over 2 Sundays, today and next week as well, 1 hour each. So hit the record button, get that one on. That'll be sensational. Part of the Suzuki International Road Race Series coming at you today. Motorsport like you've never had before on TV and YouTube networks. We love it. It's Sky Sport Next, and it's awesome. NZSBK.
All right, this one here is shaping up to be a doozy. We've got 3 of them out there. Harry Parker was a 1:11.6 last time round, and he got himself up into the lead, but short-lived as Cormac Buchanan got him down the back straight again, and now leads into a short shoot around the pit lane straight and then into the bus stop. These guys are a class act. They've got a 2.5 second advantage back to 4th place. Absolutely on fire. It's Cormac Buchanan ahead of Harry Parker. Then go back to Caleb Gilmore. That's your 3 out in front. All 3 of them in the 1:11s that time around, so frantic pace. There's a 1:11.399. That is the fastest lap from Cormac Buchanan. He's got the hammer down. Jason Hearn leads at Blaze Heaven. Blaze, good start from this one here. He's in 5th place on the D6 Motorsport KTM RC390. But Dave Fellows there in 6th place. Wicked Earning podium getter yesterday. That was an awesome moment to see that. He's ahead of Logan Rowell and Kane Bentley with James Hoogie awesome to have James out there, former New Zealand Supersport 600 Grand Prix winner. He's in there in the top 10 and really loving his 300 Supersport racing. Shout out to a good friend of ours, Dino Watson. He is helping out James there, and great to have the Motorcycle Canterbury team well represented here. They've got Caleb Gilmore now living in the Canterbury area, and he's on fire at the moment. So Corn Buchanan leads Harry Parker and Caleb Gilmore. That's your top three, and looking like really quick, fast three at the moment. We've got a lap record of a 1:10.8, so a 1:10.8, so they're about half a second off that at the moment. But Cormac Buchanan absolutely flying.
All right, here we go. And the cool feature we like about this, and James Hugenbosom has really given us a boost with regards to the quality of the field, because he sold his superbike, just purchased some land with his a lovely partner, and take an opportunity to still want to continue racing, so we'll do it in the 300 class, and he finds himself in 10th place. And that gives you an idea, when you've been a superbike winner, you've been a New Zealand champion in 600, Grand Prix winner in the 600 as well, you know you're talking about a quality rider. And what he's got with a lack of experience on these bikes, and probably half a kg heavier than some of those other younger pilots, is the fact that he's back in 10th place. It is darn hard work to keep up with him. And we've got this new world superstar in Cormac Buchanan. He's the new name in motorcycle, the one that everybody in New Zealand should be talking about. The young 14-year-old from Invercargill. What a massive hit this guy is. Going to Red Bull Rookies in 2021 as well. Let's hope the world is open enough to have this guy showing us that we've got a true Kiwi, a champion in the making. So love his work and love what he's doing. He had the most immaculate weekend you could ever ask of any rider in the history of our sport. Why last weekend? He's riding two classes, 150. We've got the number one bike because that's the title he won last year. Got his number 28 on this 300 class as well. So he got lap records in both classes. He won every race in both classes. He qualified on pole in both classes. And he won the Grand Prix in both classes. You cannot ask for any better than that. This is world class. This is Cormac Buchanan, who's storming to races. When other kids are thinking about what they're going to be doing on the weekend, this guy's got a plan. He's got a vision, he's got a mission. We're fundraising towards it. Some great people behind him. You can follow him as well on the Mac Attack. So get him behind this Invercargill hero. Look out for him at the Burt Munro Challenge coming up as we count down. I think when I talked to Andy from the Southland Club during the week, it was, what did I say, 27 sleeps to go. We've probably had a couple since then. So we're certainly down to effectively only about 3 and a bit weeks before we're kicking it off in style at the Burt Munro Challenge 2021. Shout out to our lovely friends from Southland Honda, the Holmes family, who are huge behind that event and supporting so many people, and all around neat to see them here supporting Honda and Team Rees Racing as well. So we'll be at Invercargill. I hope to see you join us, Burt Munro Challenge, and it's all about this young man from Invercargill. What a hero he is, and what a hot shot he's proving to be with some great racing. Part of our Timaru Yamaha 300 Supersport class.
All right, it is a Team Blue Crew 1-2 at the moment. Harry Parker leads Cormac Buchanan, and Harry mechanical DNF yesterday. They have a brand new engine in that 300 today, and he's flying at the moment. So Harry Parker leads, and he clocks in at a 1:11.238. So that's the fastest lap of the race. So Harry Parker looking all class at the moment. He's still got a massive 5 laps to go on this one, but Harry Parker leads Corn Buchanan, and they were over a second and a half quicker that lap around than Caleb Gilmore. So that gap back to third place is down to 2.9 seconds. And the man in fourth place now, Blaze Heaven. We haven't talked much about Blaze so far this year, but he is on the D6 Motorsport KTM and doing a wonderful job. He's passed Jason Hearn, he got himself into fourth place. Jason Hearn there in fifth. We've got Dave Fellows in sixth. He's got a badly damaged elbow, but seeing if he can consolidate and get some championship points before we head north. Some courageous riding from Dave Fellows. So brilliant stuff. Logan Rowell on another one of the D6 Motorsports KTMs. He's in seventh place. Luca Dooning there in 8th place. Regan Bray and Kane Bentley, our top 10, with James Hugenbosom in 11th. Justin Wander, Dylan Byrne, Shane Miller and Ollie Fura out there to our top 15. And then a shout out to Maddie Berry, first of our ladies home. She is there in 16th with Alice Woolton. And Esmond Williams, our 18 runners out on track. And unfortunately, a DNS did not start for Eve Scrivener, who's got a broken arm. So thoughts with Eve, and hopefully she can have a speedy recovery and come racing again in the North Island. We are on the 6th and 7th of March at Hampton Downs for our Moto Fest, and it's going to be a spectacle that you don't want to miss. So check it out there, NZSBK. A 4-round season this year. We're in round number 2. This is day 2 of round 2, and our second race of the weekend for our 300 Supersports, brought to us by Timaru Yamaha. And the man from Timaru Yamaha, Harry Parker, is going to pull up alongside his teammate Cormac Buchanan. This has been a great little battle. They've been chopping and changing the lead every lap for the last 4 laps, and with 2.5 laps to go, all on here. Harry Parker now leads Cormac Buchanan. They're going quicker than anyone else on this racetrack. and Caleb Gilmore just simply no answer, but doing a good job there in third place. That's your podium as it shapes up at the moment. We've still got a couple of laps to go on this one here, but anyone's at the front.
Oh, indeed, this is exactly what Harry Parker need to do. After all, the feature race at the end of the day, folks, is not for the big guys, not for the second tier of 600. It's actually for this class. It's the Alan Ramage Memorial Trophy. Alan died at a racing incident here over nearly 40 years ago, actually, and is remembered by that Alan Ramage Trophy. It's been for a number of different classes over the years, but it's well slotted now into this 300. And what we're going to do is we're going to get the 12 best riders and set up 3 grids of 4, and then we're going to rotate those grids. So if you happen to be in the front row for the first race, you'll then go back to the third row and then come up to the second row. So no matter where you start, if you're on the back or the second row, you'll have a different grid. So we're going to rotate those 12 riders to give equal chance, and it's 3 laps. So you go 3 laps of sprint and come straight back to the start and do it again and again and again. So it's sensational, and it's with this class. And their local man Harry Parker has been a 2 times winner on it, and in fact it's even on display over at the Yamaha pits, and he said I've even left the space clear because I'm going to put it back in there on Sunday night. Fantastic words from the man. So if ever you were going to see the best from Harry Parker, he's going to put it right on the line for that feature Alan Ramage Memorial race later in the day. But more importantly, it's no good just pulling out your stops for that last one. You need the experience. You've got to find out what this man's capable of. You've got to know where you can find that millimetre and squeeze up on the inside. So look out for Harry Parker to try and unseat the unbeaten, almost unbeatable Cormac Buchanan. We're hot with some great Supersport 300 racing brought to you by Timaru Yamaha.
Oh yeah, this is going to be brilliant. Yeah, I see Cormac Buchanan. He pulled up in behind Harry Parker, but didn't want to pass him. I think it's a little game of cat and mouse at the moment. White flag's ready and waiting. They're through the bus stop at the moment. These two have been flawless and certainly a class above. So the white flag comes out. Harry Parker is going to lead Cormac Buchanan, but keep an eye down that back straight. Out of turn 3, Cormac Buchanan has been really good out of there all weekend. And look for the big slipstream passing manoeuvre. Here he goes into the turn number 3, the Castrol curve. Beautiful double apex left-hander. And they need to get the drive out of here. And this one all on once he can lead into turn number 4. He'll be able to defend from there. But Harry Parker's not going to let him have it his own way. This is going to be brilliant, this race here. We've got Harry Parker, the 2-time defending Alan Ramage Memorial Champion. And no one's won that trophy 3 times, let alone 3 times in a row. So all to play for here for Harry Parker. Going out of turn number 5 and on the run into McKissick. It's going to be all on here. The 2 of them, the Blue Crew Yamaha development team pilots, is the 24 ahead of the 28. The only real passing manoeuvre on the 300 is going to come up into the right-hand hairpin. He's got a good run on him. He's not quite close enough yet, but have a look at this one here. Cormac Buchanan into the right-hander. Harry Parker does a wonderful job, goes in narrow, nicely done. Gets a good drive out of there. The little left-hander in the pit lane exit straight. The short shoot on the run to the bus stop. It's going to be a phenomenal performance from Harry Parker. He's leading into the bus stop, and I think he's going to have it done. It's going to be a 24. He's going to win it. And the local hometown hero, the first man to unseat Cormac Buchanan. What a last lap. It was the fastest lap of the race, a 1:11.2, 0.4 of a second off lap record pace. And phenomenal win for Harry Parker on the Timaru Yamaha MTF Finance Timaru supported machine. Well done to him. Cormac Buchanan, the first second placing he's had of the championship, but continues to carry on his phenomenal podium display. We go back to Caleb Gilmore. He's going to finish in 3rd place ahead of Blaze Heaven. So Blaze, well done. The best result of him so far. He finishes in 4th place. Jason Hearn's going to get home for 5th place ahead of Dave Fellows. Logan Rowell, Kane Bentley and Luke Durning with James Hoogie rounding out our top 10. So phenomenal ride from Harry Parker. He led with about 3 laps to go. And we were thinking it was just Cormac biding his time, but no, the last lap out of his skin. And a brilliant result. That bike had to have a new engine put in it last night. He had a mechanical DNF yesterday, so that just shows you the class of Harry Parker. And man, we're in for an absolute treat when we look at this Alan Ramage Memorial. 3 lap races coming up at the area end of the program, and can't wait for that one. We're going to cross down to Neil, who's got our Timaru Yamaha Supersport 300 podium. As Harry Parker, the first man to unseed Cormac Buchanan, and Caleb Gilmore, 3 of them on the Yamahas, and that is going to be phenomenal there. So crossing over to Neil.
Oh, are we ready? Are we ready? Here's the chair. Here's the local chair. Yes, indeed. We are up for it at the moment. The Harry Parker show is here, making it the one that counts. This is so good. Young Caleb Gilmore under the mentorship of Dennis Charlotte. Dennis over for the hug there as well at this stage. That is so good. And there's wife Angela as well, of Dennis's wife, that is, supporting young Caleb as well. Part of the family supporting him. What a fantastic trio. All the beautiful Yamaha R3, the 325cc twin-cylinder Yamaha motorcycle, a beautiful bike that really has helped to revolutionise this 300 class. It's done it here in New Zealand, globally. Of course, Oz have got it and many other countries around the world. The Asians love them as well. They are a cool bike because you've now got some serious power with these bikes on racetracks, so they're not the tiny bike that we've had in the past. So neat to see as far as an update is concerned. These boys on the bottle are taking in the water, a big sweat. Look at this. The towel goes on here with Cormac as well. The sweat is pumping. These little Alpine Star leathers are hot, and why not? Because these guys have put it right out there. So what a podium. Caleb in third, Cormac in second for the first time. Harry Parker is fighting back. Oh, this Alan Ramage at the end of the day is going to be so exciting. Can't wait for that. Hope you can stay with us from wherever you're watching this fantastic event. So let's have him up here. This will be absolute gold. Look at the respect from the two Yamaha development riders. That's what Yamaha call the team, the development riders. These two young guns in our sport. You know, people like Al Hoogie and Jake Lewis, they won't be around for ever, and these are the new brigade that will take them on. And here is Caleb, absolutely pumping forward at the moment, but you got your hugs you deserve from Dennis and Angela after racing. Caleb, how does that feel?
Yeah, that was a really fun race. It was hot out there and dried up really quickly, so it was a bit, a bit of an iffy if I go on the wets and that, and then it dried right up, so it was actually a really good race. And these boys got away as soon as I lost the toe, couldn't keep with them. They're going really fast today, so hopefully in the next couple races we can keep up, make it a bit more interesting. But I'd like to thank everyone for supporting me, and I'd like to thank Jed for watching over in Australia there. Thanks for that. And everyone else who's been around the sport and supporting me. It's really good. Thanks.
Beautiful words. The champions of our future. How good are these young men? That's what we should call them. These aren't boys anymore. They might go to school, but they certainly can show us as adults how to go in the world. Cormac, here for second. Can I say what happened?
Nothing happened, just he was going really, really fast. I couldn't, I kept on losing him through the back section, so I had to really push through the final part. And, my bike wasn't going as well as I thought it would because, for over the bumps, it's really unstable. But, hats off to Harry. He rode an amazing race. I lost the toe down the straight, but, I'm really happy with this. Bring home some points, and that's the main thing, so bring on race 3.
Hey, it's good from a racing point of view because he knew the tactic you were taking on that last lap. He came right over here to the left-hand side and hooked it out of Castro because that's exactly what you would have done on him. So all's fair and love and more.
Yeah, we're teammates. We love each other. Probably give each other a few hugs when we get back to pits. But, without him, I certainly wouldn't be going as fast. And, it's always good to have a teammate and we respect each other, which is the main thing.
Beautiful words, Cormac. Love you. Hey, how about this Timaru? Come on. Yeah, we've been waiting for this. Oh, Harry. Oh, man, yesterday a DNF, and when we saw that it was a mechanical failure, the work that those boys did overnight, do you know what? I understand that some of them, have even gone without some refreshment, so you're going to have to do payback tonight for them, aren't you?
Yeah, man, the boys put a massive job in last night. Brent Garvin and Steve Lloyd, they all went to Brent's house, pulled the engine apart, found what was wrong with it, and me being me, I over-revved the bike yesterday and did the valve. So they worked extremely hard, and look where we are now, number 1. Cormac was extremely fast in that one. He really made me work for it, but it's good having a fast teammate, pushes you along.
Hey, this is exactly what you want, because if you hadn't had that victory, it would have been a bit of an air of doubt about the Alan Ramage Memorial. You know you can do that now.
Yeah, I'm really hoping we can get it done this year again. Really want my name on there 3 times in a row. And I got Cormac on my tail end, same with Caleb, but I think we got it all sussed.
Beautiful words of confidence. Here it is, the future of our sport. These are our young guns. Great to have Caleb, Cormac, and this man, Harry Parker, and a local with MTF Finance and the Yamaha Development Crew. Look at the respect by these guys. Love having them with us. All part of action here, folks, courtesy of Sky Sport Next, coming at you with more great coverage. Hey, stay with us. FabTech Engineering, along with Trust Our Rangi, supporting the community, supporting our sport, along with cool sponsors like MTF Finance and Timaru Metal Recyclers. We've got more great racing. Aon Insurance and Pirelli coming at you next.